until it is done.
What is up, Boston? Let me hear you. I am Tokyo Punch-Out, human name Joshua Boyle, and I just want you to know, I want to level set who's on stage right now. To my immediate left, this is game director Hugo Martin. Let's hear it! Woo! And let's not forget, we've got executive producer and legend Marty Stratton right over here. Let's go.
Hi there. Thank you for being here.
He's like, I'm glad to be here as well.
Yes, this is amazing.
How you guys feeling?
Good. I have the super cool Doom Slayer jacket on.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Awesome stuff on the inside.
That interior.
Yeah, it's got the Slayer symbol right there. This thing is awesome.
I love it.
Yeah, very
It's
cool.
got Doom on the back, very subtly.
Yeah.
It's awesome the way it's stitched in there.
Yeah, but this is actually, in the inside, it's the cover of, the alt cover of Doom 2016.
Yes.
That awesome painting that Alex Palma painted.
Alex will be very proud you're wearing his
He would.
artwork.
That's right.
So, guys, I just want to, okay, we've showed a lot of single player. You guys have seen influencers like Spud Hunter, G-Man Lives. We can't forget Markiplier with our boy Hugo on the couch, egging him on.
He didn't want my help. That was the problem.
He didn't want it.
I was trying to help him.
Yeah.
No, he did great. He did awesome. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
So many amazing people that we've got to show the game to. T-Pain. I mean, that was awesome.
That stream was amazing.
Yeah, watching him, learn it and earn his belts and level up and then overcome that arena, that was so awesome. It was actually a great example of how, like, when we say, like, it's a game that you have to master, it's a combat puzzle, it's worth your time to solve, and it's not just for super high-skilled players. I mean, everyone will earn their black belt in Doom Eternal for sure, and you'll all be able to overcome the challenges. That's important.
It was cool. Nobody, even though they when they die, they always said how much fun it was to climb the mountain.
Yeah, they won't let us lower you won't want to lower the difficulty. I mean, anything worth doing is going to require some mastery and some kind of a challenge, you know.
Sure.
So no, it's been great to see for sure.
And so, speaking of which, this is nuts, but there's actually only 21 days left until March 20th.
Woo!
When all of you at home, on your own PCs, on your consoles, will be playing Doom Eternal. So with only 21 days left, I thought it would be kind of a nice segue to, it's another number special day, because it's actually, I believe it is Marty Stratton's id anniversary today. How many years are we going in?
I don't even think you know this, actually, because I said it in the way here.
I thought it was 20.
It is 20. Yeah, I didn't know if he was noticing.
But because I heard you say it.
Yeah, it's weird. It's my actual anniversary is February 29th because I started on leap year, so that is odd. But
damn, yeah.
So it's only been 3 years or 4 years, but
feels like
which is what it feels like. Honestly, it goes by so fast. But yes,
and Marty says that Doom Eternal is the best.
I think it's the best game we've ever made. So you've got a lot to look forward to. It's really
which means a lot because he's been there for 20 years. So to hear Marty say that. Is awesome.
Yeah,
it really, really means a lot to us.
It's my favorite game we've ever made. No joke.
You made some great ones.
Yeah, absolutely. And just like the team that we have, can't say enough about them. It's just the best time to be at id. And I just, as much as I love this, I can't wait to do more. We've got tons coming post-launch and then years ahead. Just really great stuff.
Yeah, awesome.
Speaking of which, so id Software is always known for the heaviest guns, the smoothest engine. There's so many innovations. And then for single player, you guys have already seen, like we said, so many crazy-ass things with Dash, with Flame Belch, with a whole new meta, with a whole new way to play and feel empowered. But this is the first Doom in this generation where multiplayer has been made in-house by id Software.
Yes.
Tell us about the project of taking that on.
It was big.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a big jump for us to pull all of that in, but necessary. You know, we had made 2016 with an external partner, and they did a great job, and we were really involved in it. But it was just it wasn't as personal as this is. I would say. We could pour everything that we poured into the campaign in 2016, everything that we were putting into Doom Eternal, into battle mode. And it works well because battle mode is just built completely from the campaign. I mean, it is, as we say, the social version of the Doom dance.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that the same people made the campaign, made battle mode, really makes it tight.
Yeah, tight loop at the studio. I mean, again, yeah, like you said, we were all just working on the game all as one piece, so we really feel like it fits together really well. We say this to people, it is a multiplayer experience for people who love Doom. So
Yeah.
if you like the Doom Eternal single-player campaign, this multiplayer is for you.
Let's talk about this because you guys, again, it is always known for their innovation. They created, more or less like the way deathmatch, team deathmatch, all these things. But this new mode is so cool and different because we've got an asymmetrical setup with on one side, through the single-player campaign, everyone will be leveling up, figuring out all this Doom dance for the Doom Slayer. So you've got the fully loaded Slayer. First, walk us through that before we talk about the 2 demon players he goes up against.
Well, I mean, it's a lot, because it's everything that you're going to have to learn throughout the course of a 22-hour campaign. We just give it to you as soon as you start battle mode. So that's why we say it's definitely a multiplayer experience for people who like the single player. So, but we know that players we have to respect our audience. I mean, they're capable of mastering things. They want a challenge. They want new things to learn and conquer and a skill cap and new things to get good at. So you're going to have to get good at the Slayer, and it's a lot. All of his mods, all of his equipment, runes, all sorts of abilities, dash, meat hook, a lot of different things. So, there's going to be a lot for people who play as the Slayer when they first jump in.
Yeah, definitely recommend playing the campaign, playing a good bit of the campaign before you jump into battle mode.
Especially as a Slayer, right?
Yeah, for sure. Because you get things, not only the weapons and the abilities and all that kind of stuff, you get things like dash and blood plunge. I mean,
Right.
like you have the flame belts.
Yeah.
You have the full complement of tools right off the jump. There's an immense amount of depth when you're playing the Slayer right away. So definitely learn those things in the course of playing a little bit of the campaign for sure, and then jump into battle mode.
And I love the idea, too, because 2v1, so with 2 demons now versus the 1 Slayer, it's a round-based system. It's best of 5, right?
Yeah.
But the coolest thing is here, too, is it's not just you and your buddy. It's you and your buddy and this loadout of army of AI to, again, go back to the single player, that you get to spawn in and kind of mix and match and choose kind of like your personal version of what you think would take down that Slayer.
Oh, yeah. No,
Talk us through, like, kind of the idea behind the differences, like sort of the main setup for demons. We're going to get into gameplay here in a minute, by the way, too, which I'm super, super excited for you guys to see because we're going to see a bunch of different sides. You guys are going to see some crazy, crazy stuff, and then we get to actually kind of walk through it because there's so much amazing stuff going on, and it's so intense that we're actually going to be pausing quite a lot and just talking through some stuff.
Oh, yeah. But you want to talk about the demons?
Yeah, let's do demons.
Yeah, I mean, it's you're going to need tactics and skill and teamwork and strategies to overcome the pure power of the Slayer. The Slayer is all about skill. I mean, it's everything that you learn in the single player experience. And you're not as strong as he is. No one demon can take on the Slayer by himself. So you overcome that skill. You bridge that gap in power that you have with the Slayer with teamwork and tactics, which makes for a really, really dynamic meta, that all kinds of metas that emerge. I mean, our 3 core pillars for this, and you're going to hear us talk about a lot in a minute as we watch the gameplay, is we wanted a lot of strategy. We wanted a mode that had a deep strategy, a lot of drama, and varied pacing. That's all things that were lacking from Doom 2016's multiplayer quite a bit. And we didn't feel like, as Marty said, we innovated enough. So this is a whole new experience and unlike anything you've played before. So most of the design, not most, all the design decisions that were made they had to serve that purpose. Does it increase drama? Does it change the pacing? And does it add to the layers of strategy?
I think we should just get right into some gameplay. Is everybody ready to see some battle mode?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it. It
moves fast.
Now the master of the control.
Yes.
So first, let's go ahead and start up on 1. We've got. You want to just pause this for a second and walk us through this matchup?
Yeah.
I mean, shit, that still with that pain saw to the sky. We'll get into that in 1 second. Can we back it up just 1 second and look at all 3?
Yeah, so this is how you start the match, and you're on a podium here. These are called podiums, and that's the base podium. That's the podium that you will start out with at the beginning of the game. And we see that we have the 2 demons. This time there's 5 demons to choose from. This time they've chosen the Pain Elemental and the Mancubus versus the Slayer. The Slayer is always the same.
And Pain Elemental is brand new to Doom Eternal, so like, I just love the idea of what we've done here, and we'll get into that in a second when we actually look at the gameplay, because again, Cacodemons were all we saw in 2016.
Oh, yeah.
It was the only floaty boy in the sky.
Yeah.
That shit's changed, though.
Oh, yeah, now we have Pain Elemental.
He's great. He's very funny, too. Look at how funny he is.
He's
When
got
you
a
see
lot
him
of...
in the campaign. He's got tons of personality. He
yeah.
moves like just like in the original, just like Doom 2. He kind of scoots his way along. It's great.
He has, as you'll see in the match, each demon has a core set of abilities that are different from one another. They kind of are like classes a little bit, but they really do play off each other extremely well. So I guess you could say the Mancubus is kind of like the tank. The Pain Elemental is yeah, he's an aerial unit. He's going to have a shield. You'll see quite a bit of that, and they have to play off each other. If the Mancubus in this case is not supporting the Pain Elemental, the Slayer is just going to wreck him. And then for the Slayer, you got to have your DPS combos down. You got to be able to quick switch. I mean, this demands a lot of the Slayer player for sure. But
real understanding of your mods.
Yeah, totally. And being able to quick switch between weapons to burn down demons fast. But the number one thing that the demons can do, as you'll see, is that they can spawn AI into the map to fight the Slayer. That's critical. They have hazards they could spawn, health volumes they could spawn. And as you'll see soon, they also can block his loot, which is his ability to gain resources from a glory kill, which is a critical part of the strategy for demons.
All right, so that's a pretty good setup. Let's go ahead and let this run, and then also talk about these are all new arenas. This is not single player.
Yeah, no, these arenas are made specifically for battle mode. We think of them like gladiator arenas. I mean, it's very much like a first-person fighting game.
I think what you get a sense of, too, here is how watchable this is. We've really made it so that it is something that Twitch streamers, players, who like watching games, get a real sense of. You're kind of seeing the whole arena right here. It's tight. It's fast.
We're taking this the perspective of the Slayer here.
And you can see he's already starting with the Ballista, which is super high damage. But again, he doesn't have too much ammo, so that management right off the bat.
Oh yeah. Now here's a bad move by the Mancubus. He gets aggressive, shoots out his smoke bomb, tries to burn him down with his flamethrower, but he didn't do it effectively. You have to be tactically aggressive on both sides, but especially for the demons. That time he just with reckless abandon went after Slayer and he paid for it.
Yeah, that was only 26 seconds into the match.
Yeah.
You'll see in some of these other matches how long a demon can.
This was awesome. So he just blocked his loot, and he making that chainsaw useless. So he has to do it again. So if you could block the Slayer's loot 2 times in a row, it's going to really, really hurt him. It's a critical moment in the match for sure.
And you guys just saw him go through a teleporter. Do you want to guys kind of walk us through like the way the teleporter works in all these arena maps?
You can do that, Mark.
Yeah, there's a couple teleporters, usually on either side of the arena, strategically positioned. He just went through right there, kind of backed into it. And is now replenishing his health. But the teleporters can only be used. Actually, a lot of the things like the teleporters, the monkey bars, those jump pads that you see, those can only be used by the Slayer. Really makes him very aerial through most of these maps.
Right there was awesome. They combined their attacks. So when the demons turn yellow, they're actually I want to actually focus on that and roll it back if we could see that last part again before you play it. So the demons have to work together and combine their abilities to really deal serious damage to the Slayer. So when the demons turn yellow, it means they use their haste. So he turned on. If I'd go back a little bit farther, they turned on a little bit more. Yeah, right. That's pretty good. So he's going to come out of here. He's going to turn yellow, turn on his haste, pop his shield. He has a shield that's on a cooldown. When he doesn't have his shield available, the Slayer can really mess him up. So you really want to be selective when you use your shield as a pain elemental. Otherwise, you're extremely vulnerable to attack. So he pops it, uses his haste, pushes into the Slayer, pushing the Slayer back into a hazard volume that he threw behind him. And then the Mancubus throws his smoke bomb, which completely obscures the demons. When you throw a smoke bomb as a Mancubus, you can see the outline of the Slayer, but they can't see you. So it's a really good move. And then he comes out into the smoke and burning him with his flamethrower. So tons of damage on the Slayer. And this is so much deeper than just I shot at you and I put my crosshairs on you and pulled the trigger faster and my aim is better and I won. Like, fuck that. There's a million games that you could do that in right now. Like what we want to do is give you something that's unique, that really has steps. So watch how they take out the Slayer here. It's awesome. Hits his haste, throws down a volume right on the Slayer. Smoke bomb obscuring the Mancubus coming up, burning him down. Done.
The Mancubus damage with his flamethrowers is just outrageous.
Yeah, it's
if
really
he can
powerful.
get close to you, like that's just devastating.
Yeah, the Mancubus is very dangerous. We could actually pause right here and take a step back.
Where we see everything up on the ring? Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. This is so between rounds. Everybody, each player gets to choose an upgrade, kind of like perks that they keep just for the course of this match. So here the Slayer's choosing the dash. We're going to switch after this into the view of a demon, but the Slayer's going to choose a dash upgrade here that makes his dash regenerate faster and actually lets him dash immediately after glory killing demons or chainsawing demons. So really valuable. Obviously, movement is key for the Slayer, and an easy choice here for the Slayer.
That's pretty huge, too, because that means that not only does he get dash back faster so the cat and mouse is easier for him, but also a chainsaw, which is already giving him resources, gives him instant dash.
Gives him instant dash.
Yeah,
it's huge.
Absolutely. It's worth noting here, like you see at the beginning of each round, there's a countdown, 4-second countdown or so, and you can move. You can't fire during that countdown, but there's a ton of strategy that happens in those first 4 seconds. As far as, like,
position.
Jockeying for position or deciding whether to be aggressive.
I can't help but mention that always feels like that Qui-Gon and Darth Maul moment where the wall comes up and you have that time where you're like, I'm going to do this next.
Yes.
I'm figuring that out. I love that the beginning of every round starts like that.
If you didn't realize, we actually switched to the view of the Pain Elemental here. So obviously much more aerial character. He has his soul shield.
Yeah, this is an interesting match because what you're going to see here is the strategies change. It's the best of 5, and the Slayer has to eliminate both demons in order to win. And the demons just have to kill the Slayer once. So when one demon dies, the other demon has about 20 seconds to come back in, and we'll go more into detail with that later. But in this match in particular, you'll notice that the Slayer is kind of focusing a little bit too much on the Mancubus, and he's kind of ignoring the Pain Elemental. And this is giving the Pain Elemental a huge opportunity to just slam him with his skull attack. They've effectively...
He's got a good loot block right there.
Really good loot block. Watch this. Wait, no, that's coming later. So some really good attacks. And the Slayer's paying the price right now, man. He is ignoring the Pain Elemental, and that's not a good thing.
Yeah. Spending a lot of time on the ground, honestly, for a Slayer. It's really good to be very aerial as a
See how he threw down his hazard? Anticipated where the Slayer was going to go and threw down his hazard. You really want to corral the Slayer when you're playing as demons. You want to control where he goes. He's so powerful, though. Like, it's tough.
And I love how, like, I love these, like, Slayer loot block and then, the Slayer health low, like these sweaty moments that kind of force you to be like, all right, the strategy needs to be push him into this corner, finish it out.
So the Slayer's just about done. He ain't going to make it.
You don't think he's going to make it?
No.
This is it?
Okay, so whoever was the Slayer player, I think it was Felix back at the office.
Shout out to Felix. What up?
So he was probably like, note to self, kill that Pain Elemental.
Yeah.
So you'll see it. This was the Demon's upgrade right there, right?
Yeah, can we roll that back to the wheel one more time?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Fit Meatball, I just want to hit that. I just want to have that.
So
everybody wants to be a Fit Meatball.
You actually saw him using that quite a bit in that. Again, we're going to switch to another demon here. We're going to switch to the view of the Mancubus. But you saw how much the Pain Elemental needed to use his dash during that last match. As much as he's a floater, he has this amazing dash ability, and he was using his perk there as well, and is now choosing another one, Lingering Souls.
Yeah.
And then making those lost souls stick around even longer. So it's almost like a little bit of an AoE after the projectile, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's nasty.
So this is it now. The Slayer's down 0-2. And let's see what he does. Let's see how his strategy changes.
And again, you get this Qui-Gon Darth Maul, those 4 seconds to kind of plan where you're going to start this attack, how you want to trap. And again, remember, demons cannot use a lot of the Slayer things that give him a lot more traversal, like can't use the jump pads, can't use the monkey bars.
Yep.
So it makes it a lot different, I feel like, how you move around
So
plan.
you definitely want to spawn demons, too. There's the demon spawn wheel down at the bottom center there, and to the right are his abilities.
It looks like he's got, what, a Prowler and an Arachnotron ready to go?
Yeah. Smoke Bomb is so effective. And the Slayer's outline can be seen through walls at all times, but if he breaks line of sight with them for more than a couple seconds, he disappears.
Yeah, you actually saw that right at the beginning of the game. It was
So,
a while before the Mancubus saw
Really
him.
quick, we'll see here that we have one of the demons died. So now he has a counter over his icon up there on the upper right, and he has 20 seconds to come back. Now he's got 17 seconds. So when we talk about pacing, here's a perfect example. It totally changes the pace of the match. The demons go from a competitive experience where they're maybe pursuing the Slayer to now it's a game of hide and seek. The other demon has to hide to stay alive long enough before his buddy comes back. But then that's going to be a strategy for you, because if the Slayer's health is low and you want to go for broke and try to take him out, you can. But if you die, then you've lost the match. So again, we make all these decisions to be able to push.
And when the other demon comes back, he comes back at half health. So, if you're the Mancubus in this situation, you've got a lot of health. The Slayer has a lot of health. Everybody sees those health bars at the top. You're probably going to try to wait out that 20 seconds to make sure your other teammate comes back and you guys are at more of a full strength. Because, again, taking on the Slayer at full health as a single demon, it's a really tough proposition.
And probably, as Marty said, in both cases here, the Slayer is going to replenish his ammo, and then the Mancubus is just going to get ready for the next run by the Slayer.
And that's what you see. The Mancubus can see him, but he's lost line of sight there for a bit. Now he's back. But he's definitely playing it cool.
He's trying to block the Slayer from... So you can hear the Slayer chainsawing through the map, and so you could actually use that to your advantage and block it right when he's about to get his loot. But then a smart player will actually just hit X to swing the chainsaw, but not actually chainsaw a guy to get somebody to use their loot block.
Yeah.
So this is not checkers. This is chess. There's a lot of different strategies taking place here. So watch this. Oh, no, this is in the other one when he actually... predicts where he's going. But anyway, yeah, the teleporters are on a cooldown.
Right, so they can't just spam and go back and forth
Yeah.
and kind of play cat and mouse that way.
Using that meat hook.
See, but he can grapple and pull himself onto platforms, the Mancubus, right? And with that big jump, it's actually pretty handy.
He actually, it would have been a little bit more beneficial if he made that jump into that
Stay
gap.
up there, yeah, agreed.
All right, health critical. So right here, he threw down a health volume, which is one of the abilities that you could choose. And it's a really interesting meta and a change of pace here as well, because now he has to stand inside that volume to heal. The Slayer can see on his HUD when you are healing as a demon. So that's really, it's a risk-reward there. And this will probably mean that very soon the Slayer's going to come barreling around the corner to burn him down.
Yeah, not only can see on your HUD that he's healing, but that massive volume knows... if you get any good angle, you can see exactly where he's at, and that's exactly what he did there. The Slayer just swooped in, took him out, even though he was trying to heal.
So you see that you can even tell that the Slayer is this time around choosing to focus on the pain elemental more, because that killed him. And,
We've switched to the view. When you die, you actually switch into the view of your teammate. So it's a really good opportunity to kind of see where the match has gone, take stock of what the health is of every character, and then when you come back in, you're back in with a lot of information.
See, that's interesting. He dropped the fog to push and then pull his full flame torches out. That's an interesting push considering he just came back with half health. But again, you look at the Slayer now, and now the Slayer has no armor. Now he's on his back foot, and you see they're spawning in everything they can. It looks like AI-wise.
Really. If you haven't noticed down there at the bottom, that's really the demon's kind of weapon wheel, their summon wheel.
Yeah.
They get to choose from that. Gives them perfect stats on what they have out on the battlefield.
Nice.
Demons killed. Slayer won.
Damn.
Good job.
Even on the back foot, that was nice. And I gotta say, every time I see all those lost souls just floating in a circle, it's like I never thought we'd get to be the pain elemental.
Yeah.
So it's
and you
so
got to
cool.
spawn that shield at the right time. You don't spawn it at the right time, the Slayer's going to kill you. All right, let's see. 1 to 2. Got to spawn those demons.
Spawn the demons like crazy. That's right.
He's spawning. Oh, look! You see how he blocked the Slayer's path using that hazard volume. Now the meta game is when the Slayer takes the portal and how he takes the portal, and communicating that to one another as demons. Communication in this is important.
Yeah, and for sure the official Discord, which is just discord.gg/Doom. Shout out to Jimmy Bacon and all of our admins there. There is going to be serious, looking for matches, teaming up, going nuts, and getting some really cool combos going, I think.
Yeah, it's really... I mean, I'll just say a quick word about... We have a whole private match capability within the game, so if you find friends on Discord, jump into private match. You get all your XP, all of everything works just the same as if you were to join through matchmaking.
Just like quick play and all
so
that.
The maps are pretty simple, and we want that was a nice hazard volume right there. We want players to be able to master them quickly so that they can play with more intention, that all of their actions, they feel like they're more purposeful, and they're not just reacting to everything, they're more proactive than reactive. So that way strategies emerge more quickly. You know, like in the game of basketball, we're going to do a basketball thing later. It's like, you know, there's not the components don't really change, and they're not really that complicated. You got a ball, 2 nets, and a court, but it's what you do with those elements that count. So this is sick. Watch this. He's gonna follow. He knows that the Slayer is going to take that portal. He's going to anticipate the Slayer taking that portal and go to the next portal. Again, another awesome move. This is what it takes to burn down the Slayer and win in battle mode.
And like you said, there's only 2 sides to this. There's only 2 sides.
The Slayer goes back inside. He anticipates the portal move and is just blasting him on his way out. That was awesome. I mean, this thing is deep. There's a lot of stuff to master and learn.
I love too how it's easy to miss the first time, but you have just so many floating pillars so that Pain Elemental himself has like a little bit of shielding up
and
there.
And you see that he died. I mean, it's like a game of chess. You know, he lost a couple pieces on that move, and he wasn't able to survive.
And worth show. I mean, you saw it there with the Pain Elemental. You know, really effective from the air, but there's so much verticality. You mentioned the pillars in the air that he can hide behind, but a kind of an advanced strategy even recently is like, you know, the verticality that the Pain Elemental can play with. He's like tucking through caves and canyons as well. So it's to get good at the Pain Elemental is really using that verticality, knowing when you need to be down, just at eye level, even with the Slayer. It's very fantastic.
Yeah, that's what's so interesting too. I feel like, and we're going to actually get into another match too to show. But the thing I think we're all most excited about is to see when this game gets into your hands and what you guys do with battle mode. Like, I feel like there's going to be so many wild metas that take place. Like you were talking about just the other day with the Pain Elemental pushing you on the ground with the shield that you never expected.
Yeah, I was getting tag teamed by 2 people in the office, which it was awful. They were dropping down on the ground. The Pain Elemental, he'd spawn his shield, then he'd dash into me and ram me into the Pain Elemental, who was burning me with his. The Mancubus, who was burning me with his flamethrowers. It was a really good technique, and I was like, damn, okay. So again, it's like the demons play off each other really well.
And there's no limitations about what demon you can play. You can pick 2 of the same demon. It's all up to the players when they go into the match. You have some customization of which demons you get to spawn as well. So a lot of strategy even pre-match that plays out then over the course of the match.
Yeah.
Let's get into the next one. I'm actually really excited about that too. Like, I want to definitely pause when we get later rounds, because as we progress and you start to stack up things as your strategy is kind of changing for like the match in particular you're playing, there starts to become more powerful options towards the end. Super sweaty.
Yeah, you get super upgrades in between rounds, power upgrades.
All right, let's hit the next one.
It's a new map, I believe. So, and a new podium.
That's right. We can pause on that one after.
These are the last one.
That's right. Oh.
Archvile. You get to play as the Archvile.
Bless.
Look at that.
Bless. Look at this. Okay, so this is not an Indiana Jones day one, just a couple of torches burning, default podium. What are we looking at with this?
This is a podium you earn through the course of playing the game. We have podiums are part of our customization set. So everything from the costumes that the characters wear, you get to earn costumes for your Slayer, you get to earn costumes for your demons, and then you also get to earn these podiums. So some of them you'll earn through playing the campaign. We have events that are kind of like seasons that are all free. You earn XP through the course of playing the game in various different ways that let you just unlock really, really cool stuff like you're seeing here. And we've got a preview of some stuff later. We're going to be going deep on this stuff as we get closer to launch, but we got some really fun stuff coming up towards the end here too.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
I love his scream so much. It's like both funny and like just like the most metal, terrifying thing at the same time.
New map, Marty.
Yeah, new map. We've got.
Let's talk about this.
Yeah, this is Maker Tech, Maker World theme. It was really. I mean, honestly, there's so much visual diversity in the campaign. It was awesome when we went to build these battle mode maps. The team really just did a great job. Bringing to life these maps with the different visual themes from the game.
So
that was amazing right there.
Yeah.
In air, the Revenant has a rocket barrage that he utilized perfectly right there to take the Slayer out of the air.
And he's got jetpacks, so he's a very elusive character here.
And what is the Archvile doing right here? Look at how he's moving around the map differently.
So that is what you see right there. If you walk that back a bit. So that gold beam right there is a level hazard, and there's quite a few of those throughout some of the levels. You know,
The
And
first level didn't have one of those, but this map has a few hazards.
yeah, and they affect both demons and slayers.
I love that. So you have to respect it even as a demon.
Yes.
It isn't just like one of these, you're AI, you're not hurt by it.
So one of the things you just saw right there, if you go back actually, is each demon has a unique set of abilities, and in the case of the Archvile, he could throw up a flame wall that the Slayer can't get through or shoot through, but the demons can. And then he can also do a Lake of Fire where he burns the ground, and he has a fireball that's pretty ineffective, and then he can use a teleport. So he's pretty elusive, and he can't really kill the Slayer too effectively with his direct shot, but he can use strategy and tactics to take down the Slayer, and other demons can play off of some of the things he does. So you'll see that a lot of times demons will work together to trap the Slayer and do extra damage.
Yeah, you'll see it a lot with the Archvile. Demons can walk through the Archvile's shield, so they'll hide behind it and then push through.
See that he's healing, and now we're
right
inside
there, yeah.
the Revenant.
I like how we did it out of line of sight, too. That's
Yeah.
really, like high-level stuff here because, as we know, he can teleport, but again, he's already used his flame wall, so we know he doesn't have that.
Oh, that was
Another
a well-timed,
really effective rocket
Yeah.
barrage.
yeah, well-timed rocket barrage. Do a lot of damage to the Slayer. Once the Slayer loses his armor, you know that he's going to be in need. That's another hazard right there. He actually died in the hazard,
Yeah.
the Revenant, that yellow stuff.
I love these, too, because you have these, like, hurt locker areas where it's just, like, death boxes. And
Oh,
it's, like,
yeah.
whether the demon characters are spawning a bunch of AI down there and pushing them down there, or whether they themselves are having to get the hell out of there is
Yeah.
always, like, especially with the level hazard of this level in particular being right through the middle.
So we see right there is the Archvile had to stay alive.
Yeah, really, really good example there. Very, very low on health and chose just to hide.
So throwing down hazard volumes, trying to push the Slayer around. We can see that the Archvile has a sliver of health left, and he's taken out. And now the Revenant has just a tiny bit of health yet. And I think, again, the expert move is to kind of whittle down both demons at the same time. Then once you kill one, it's not going to be too hard to kill the last one.
That was a heck of a shot right there. Took
Yeah,
it
he's
down.
only got two things
He
left.
was running.
And I like
And
how
this Slayer is definitely playing the move of trying to keep both their healths low, and then as soon as he takes out one, he's going after the second one. But he wasn't able to do it. The Archvile's back at half health. But that Revenant now you see is super low. So
Yeah.
take it.
Oof.
Yeah.
Just back and forth on that. Yep.
It's fun, too, because you can see, like, when we're watching through his perspective, the Archvile, like, you see that the Archvile actually took different AI with him. So it looks like he had, like, a Carcass, and I believe it was, like, a Hell Knight, maybe. But
Yeah.
again, it's like he's picking more, like, one offensive and one defensive, so
Yeah.
he can know that he can spawn those in and kind of, like, set back and let it do some work.
So this is interesting. You've got a sliver of health on the Archvile. Now, if the Slayer's smart, once you kill a player demon, you get a ton of resources. So it's a big pace changer, pace breaker in the map, in the experience. So right there, he just killed him, replenished a ton of resources, and now he's definitely going to go after that low health Revenant.
You know, we're not even talking about it. We're talking so much about the strategy.
Oh,
but
nice.
Yeah, that was a great shot.
That was good.
But yeah, I mean, just look at the diversity of the movement capabilities of those two demons, the Revenant and the Archvile. I mean, the Archvile teleporting around, the Revenant using his jetpacks can't stay up in the air forever, but
Right.
Yeah.
it definitely can use the verticality in the environment.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is it, 1-0. Let's see how he opens up. He's going after the Revenant again. This guy seems to have the Revenant's number. Now, that's the ballista. You really want to land those ballista shots, and when you miss them, it hurts.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, because the ammo is pretty limited on that to start.
Yes. Again, the Slayer starts out the match as a full-
That technique right there, though.
It's
that-
amazing.
That meat hook to
yeah.
chainsaw,
Yep.
that is god tier for resources.
It is.
Particularly the flaming chainsaw or the flaming meat hook, because that lights them on fire, and you get that
Yeah.
that
To do the armor coming
to
out
do the
whole
armor.
time.
That's
Yeah.
perfect.
That is really nice.
All right, so he's got the Revenant at half health. He definitely... Oh, that was a really slick move right there, the way he spawned that
Blocked it
shield
with the
and
shield,
protected himself from the... Right as he got meat hooked. So the Slayer couldn't land the super shotgun round.
Perfect loop block right there. He
Yeah.
he went in for the chainsaw, and you saw that loop block pop up on the screen.
Absolutely.
Another amazing.
And he just
another
destroyed
meat
the
hook.
Revenant.
That's amazing.
But that was that time, right? Like that time he knew when he heard the chainsaw, he blocked it before
Yes.
the resources
Absolutely.
popped.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So the Revenant is down to practically nothing.
You're getting little sneak peeks of some of our. We have gun skins as well. Obviously, you get to earn. You're seeing a little bit of that when he pulls out the rocket launcher. It's kind of a hazard caution skin for it.
The experience for this, if you're a Slayer player, it's pure skill.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a custom gun skin too. That's usually red.
I mean, this is a lot for the Slayer to manage. You got to be real good with all your shots.
I love the with the level.
Oh, look at that! Caught
Look
him
at that.
healing.
Caught him healing. Yep.
And then he put it down to try to block those shots when he
Yep.
was running away, but he still got caught by it,
That's the Carcass, one of our great AIs. He's throwing down shields to block the Slayer as well,
causing problems.
causing problems like always. He's got that Revenant out of the picture, and now he's going after the Archvile. Oh, the ballista shots are critical. That was beautiful right there.
We talk about how similar it is to the campaign, and sometimes you'll see the Slayer just run past a demon. It's actually not that dissimilar than the campaign in that perspective too. We always talk about prioritizing targets. That's what you're doing as the Slayer this whole time in battle mode at just such a high speed. You don't want to, you don't want to spend any time killing a Hell Knight if you can dash past it. If you know that one of the demon players is low.
Yeah, because I feel like you get caught up in that loop of just killing regular AI, and all
absolutely,
of a sudden the trap is sprung.
But then it's a
But then they build up. Actually,
exactly. It's a decision
it
to
can
be
really
made
hurt you.
because the demons that you ignore are the ones that end up killing you later on.
That's true. Because,
So-
the thing that's so huge, too, between 2016 and Eternal is everybody's melee in this, from, like, top to bottom, is deadly.
Yeah.
For this
So, absolutely. So what we see right now is we have a full health. The Slayer's definitely got enough armor and health to go after this last demon. The last demon's only got a couple of pips left, so he's looking to take him out right now. This is definitely a power play on the part of the Slayer. He's got to land these shots. One more pip to go. Oh, but the Archvile comes back.
And he had respawned, just seconds before.
This is a good match. It's pretty back and forth.
I like, too, how he used the meat hook to get close, but then he didn't get too close because he knew he was going to switch to the rocket launcher, and there's so much blast back damage on that he
You
actually
notice how he's
spaced
landing those ballista shots, man. You have to hit those.
Yeah.
Oh, that was slick right there. He blocked him inside the hazard, inside the level hazard,
That is slick.
using his shield. This Archvile is pretty good.
Another good loot block.
Yeah, they keep starving him of resources, so that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, because he's getting low on ammo, and it looks like he now basically just has one pip of armor, and then it's his health ticking down.
Even right there, that
Throwing down a perfect hazard zone
Yeah.
that the Slayer had to pull right through.
I love how elusive, like, the Archvile is. It's just nuts.
Yeah.
to me.
yeah. Well, even there was a great moment there just a second ago.
Nice. Good move.
Excellent, yeah. There was a great moment where the Revenant used his dash ability. Several of the demons have that dash ability.
Yeah.
You saw it. He was kind of exposed as the Slayer was coming out, and he dashed behind a pillar. It's
Yeah.
All right,
fantastic.
so this is round 3.
And I love how that's equal, because obviously the Slayer is dashing around all over the place. In single
Absolutely.
player, you'll get to
Yeah.
master it. But then it's so crucial for these demons to have at least a little bit so they can do that quick, like if it's a rocket coming or something else, they can just quickly dodge.
Dude, you see right there, they threw down a hazard volume. The Archvile did his Lake of Fire attack, and he did his shield.
Yeah.
They did some... If the Slayer didn't move, he was going to get wrecked.
And I love, too, how, like, you look down there at the health bar and you go, 2,000 what? There's no way this guy's going to die. And you're going against the Slayer, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Absolutely.
arsenal is just insane.
So the Revenant just took a beating, but he's going to leave that Revenant alive. That's a smart Slayer we're watching right now. He's going to leave that Revenant alive a little bit, focus on the Archvile. He knows that he could take out the Revenant at this point at any time. Tactically aggressive. I mean, he's keeping one demon alive, and he knows as soon as one more shot on the Revenant, he's going to get all his resources back. Oh, this is it. This is the move. They're both down to...
Oh, and then
But
he,
now
and
he's
And
healing.
healing, yeah.
So
he
let's see.
used that shield to block him off that way, went through the hazard himself because he knew he wouldn't be followed.
So he decided to take out the Revenant there, get all the resources, allowing the Archvile to also replenish his resources, so he's back in it.
I thought for a
And again,
second.
the Archvile playing it really smart here.
Yeah, he's hiding, man. He's
Hiding.
waiting for his buddy to come back.
Even though he's got half health, I mean, like, not quite half health, but
He's also
close.
giving he's hiding, and he's also giving the Slayer an opportunity to replenish his resources. So that comes at a cost.
Comes at a cost always, yeah.
And I've seen it done around the office where the Archvile even, like, he'll wait for you to go through the teleporter and immediately put up a firewall so then
Oh, yeah.
somebody else can just burn you down because he can shoot through it and he can't pass through it.
Totally.
The Slayer can't. I
So
love
the
it.
Slayer is in hot pursuit. He's got both of them low. He's had both of them low the whole match.
Yeah.
And the Slayer's got armor too, so he's sitting pretty good right now. But that can change pretty quick. I think he's picking on the Revenant right now, chipping away at his health. Smart move. Oh,
That's
dude, that was awesome. He
great-
trapped him inside there, inside the hazard. Slick move.
Fantastic.
That was slick. It's like his cooldowns were at the right time. Just
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's still got a healing volume to use.
But that Slayer is putting a hurting on these guys.
Oof.
He's probably gonna
Perfect
That's
block
amazing
again right
block.
there.
he's gonna throw down that healing volume. Definitely was gonna
So
happen.
smart. And he did it as
So
soon
now
as he
the
got
Slayer has a stationary target, which is let's see what he does with that.
He's got just a pip of health, though. Look at this.
He does. He's going to have to go for broke right now.
Look how low the Slayer is right now.
Yeah.
And the demons are actually not in bad shape. I mean, literally one good shot against the Slayer and you got to win.
But see, he got away. He went through the teleporter. He got some more resources. Look like he popped the chainsaw on that.
What was really awesome, though, as we saw earlier, it's a back-and-forth match. You know, there's a lot going on here because earlier in the match, the Slayer was killing. Now the Slayer's up and both demons are down.
And like you said, this isn't the 2016 like 50-50 Cowboy shootout.
No.
There's so many moments here that can change the course of just a single round.
Well, in just a single round. Think of how much we've talked about, all of the little strategy, all of the little meta moments, and we're 2 minutes and 40. In 2 minutes and 50 seconds, we've probably talked about 10 strategies that are totally unique. Just
I tell you right now, people talk about sweaty players, sweaty shooters.
Yeah.
These two guys are drenched right now.
It's been awesome. We've had some people come into the office. We've had some press in the office playing recently, and the things they say about battle mode. One player had played a master level, which we're going to show tomorrow, which is like the most intense version of the campaign.
Yeah, it's like super hard.
And then went and played battle mode. Game went down to the wire, and he said that was like the master level was 20% the intensity of what he experienced in battle mode.
That is nuts, considering the challenge that presents versus just the regular single player, which is already tuned to be super tough.
Yeah. I mean, people always describe it as just my heart is pounding out of my chest.
So this is going to be the power play by the Slayer. He's definitely had enough. Unfortunately, he forced that Archvile through that hazard. He's in hot pursuit.
Literally.
I don't think the demons are going to... Well-timed loot block, though. That was really awesome.
Again, because otherwise he would replenish all of his armor and his ammo. And he's got a Prowler ready. I love Prowlers because Prowlers will just spawn behind the Slayer and cause so many problems in this.
It really is. We're not calling it out a lot when you spawn demons, but these guys are really good at spawning demons. They're keeping, they're keeping a lot of demons on the board, using them strategically.
They're using the hazard volumes really well.
Using the hazard volumes really well.
Yeah.
Spawning their shields, but I think this is it.
Oof.
This is it. Boom.
Great use of the teleporter by the Slayer. Yeah. Fantastic.
That was awesome. He used the teleporter, spawned behind the demon, wrecked him. Good stuff.
See, the Archvile ran out of options there. He had no more flame wall. There was no teleporting away when he got that close to the Slayer. And that's one of those ranges you don't want to be in, especially when you don't have a teammate to bail you out of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we didn't want to not show you the Marauder, because the Marauder you've seen in the trailers. Reddit, I know you're out there. And just the amount of big energy that's come from Slayer versus Marauder showdowns. Well, now it's going to be Slayer versus Marauder Plus. And we're so excited. Do you guys want to see some Marauder footage? I don't know. Do you guys want to see it?
Yes. The Marauder is awesome.
Let's roll the videotape. Is that still a thing?
No.
It's digital. What's a videotape?
Yeah,
all right.
Exactly. Midnight's over there like, what?
I just noticed that our defeat text is right over the
No, that's a known issue. Okay, 30.
So look at that. I see an axe come out. I see the super shotgun come out. But there's a little minor difference, right? Because there's the super shotgun. You see there's nothing on the bottom of that.
Yes.
What's missing there?
The meat hook.
There's no meat hook.
He doesn't get to do the meat hook.
No,
he's not badass like the Slayer. He's just badass.
But look at this dual wielder. This guy's a Kimbo already.
Oh, yeah. He gets to throw an axe that's kind of like a grenade launcher because it'll stick into things and explode. He's got a double-barrel shotgun. He's got a dash just like the Slayer. He's very elusive. And one of the coolest things is when the Slayer's close, if he's in the right proximity, he can spawn a fire wolf, and it will do a vicious bite on the Slayer. So it's a pretty good, get the hell away from me attack.
I mean, the guy's got a
in
dog,
addition
a
to
shotgun.
spawning all the demons. I mean, he just spawned an Arachnotron right there.
So watch how they play off each other right there. He spawned the shield and then was throwing his attacks through the shield of the Archvile. So these two are working together really well. You can tell already.
Yeah, this is a good combo of demon players here.
Yeah.
And two of the more advanced demons. I mean, these are both just, the Archvile and the Marauder together is a really tough combo with really skilled players.
It's kind of an offensive support demon, the Archvile. Again, he doesn't really have a lot of great direct attacks, but he could certainly push the player around and support other demons with his Lake of Fire and Shield to be able to take down the damage, and we've seen that quite a bit today. That was a well-timed... Oh, dude, that was so awesome. Spawn the shield, go through the shield, give him a shotgun, blast point blank. That was awesome.
And not only that, he spawned the shield in front of the teleporter, so that it denied the Slayer the teleporter access.
So awesome.
And it looks like he just popped haste, and he is already pretty fast, but now he's got, again,
now he's even faster.
He's got his long range, which has a little bit of like AoE on the ground when he hits it,
Yes.
especially once it gets upgraded. And then that double barrel, oh god.
Nice hazard volume right
Pressure
there.
is so real.
So this is a hazard map. There's a big old red hazard in the center. You'll see it quite a bit.
Also, speaking of maps and looking at this guy, I see some familiar touches here. This looks
Yes.
like maybe a callback to, I don't know, Excavation from 2016?
Yes.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah,
lot,
it's
yeah.
UAC themed.
So you can see that the hazard
cars.
in the map's coming up now, and so that Marauder's going to have to move.
Shit, that's
But
a
he-
lot
he
of
was
There's a
damage.
hazard.
Yeah, he
Caught
was
the
selling out
Marauder off
because he
guard.
was landing attacks.
And I love how, again, you have some more like cave areas here. And then obviously, again, that jump pad right there is only for the Slayer. So demons have to be
Yeah.
really careful to not, back
Yeah, you
themselves
really
up
get
in
trapped
the
in
corner.
there.
So again, you could stick that axe into the ground and it's a bomb that'll go off, so you could use it like a grenade launcher, or if you land direct hits on the Slayer, which is pretty hard to do, it does a lot of damage. So that was awesome right there. Did you see what they just did?
Yeah.
All right, let's roll that. Anyway, I don't want to roll that back, but that was a really nice combo attack. Hazard volume, shield wall, lake of fire, and he was throwing axes.
And that's a thing cool, too, I feel
And
like.
you see it killed the Slayer. You're not going to
Yeah.
survive that as the Slayer.
Because I feel like sometimes, too, with the Slayer, okay, you're doing a chainsaw, you need to replenish your resources, but there's that moment that when that's over, and if everybody's got their cooldown ready, they can just pop everything and put you in such a pressure situation where you probably don't have a chance. Because, again, resources are resources, so you still need gas for chainsaw. You don't have an infinite chainsaw either.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So the management of that is real.
That's a really good point, yeah.
So, Mr. Slayer here is being a little bit aggressive with his rocket launcher, and he's taking a lot of self-damage. That was
See
the wolf fight.
Yeah.
Wolf just took a chunk out of him.
And tell us about how that wolf works. So, okay, Marauder's got a wolf. We've seen it in a couple of videos, maybe here or there, but how does that work? How do you unleash that? What happens with the wolf? How do the mechanics of that go?
Well, when you ignite the wolf, if you're in close range to the Slayer, he will pursue the Slayer and attack him. He'll pursue him relentlessly until he lands a bite or until the Slayer kills him. But you have to be within proximity. We basically think of it like a guard dog.
Gotcha. But also, if he's hidden like he was just then, doesn't the wolf that comes out, isn't he actually able to spot him as well and actually expose his outline?
It depends. You have to be close. Yeah, he can pursue him. Once he picks up the scent of the Slayer, he'll pursue him, but it's proximity based.
Nice.
We're obviously seeing the Slayer really go after weak points of those
Yeah.
demons that are out, like the Arachnotron. Even if you don't kill it's again much like the campaign. Even if you don't kill the demon, you really want to take out weak points.
So we see that he's leaving that Archvile with just a sliver of health. He's definitely trying to do both. He's had to replenish his resources right there, so he's farming the shit out of demons right now.
And I
He
feel
was
like how
just
often-
able to replenish just like a ton of health right there.
And how often do you see that where it's like you're toying with them a little bit and you want to leave them a little bit low health because you know if you fully finish them,
You got him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
the only strategy. Really.
It's
gotta.
You can't just kill things. You have to be tactically aggressive. So again, you see how he's leaving that Archvile there with just a little bit of health. Now he's going to probably focus on that Marauder, or just sell out and kill the Archvile to get all the resources.
But I like it too. I feel like because the Marauder's in the map, he's spacing things out,
that was
using
nice.
his heavy cannon
Great
more.
shield block.
So
right there.
used his blood punch, got snuck past the shield. The Archvile didn't quite close him off there, and he was able to get the kill.
That
And
Marauder.
now that Marauder's got one sliver of health left, but the Slayer right now is choosing to replenish his resources instead of going after that Marauder. He's making a decision here.
He's dealing with a lot of demons there. I mean, that's definitely a case. I mean, he's gone through Cacodemon, a Arachnotron.
I mean, the Marauder
Marauders
definitely
right
is
there, yeah.
spawning a bunch of demons, giving him something to think about so he could take some of the pressure off himself.
It was so smart though
And it worked.
He was up close that tight with an Arachnotron, and instead of trying to do distance and do the damage points, he just hit his blood punch, knocked his armor off, back cannon's gone, and then he's vulnerable.
Oh, yeah. All right, so he's
Great
only
headshot
got,
there.
Yeah.
take a look at the demons, just a little bit of health left.
That Doom Blade.
Let's see
though.
who he goes after first here. Will he go after the Archvile? I think
Archvile's really using the shield well.
Oh, dude, they're both
And-
bunched up trying to heal. Not a good move.
That is, the healing volume does benefit your teammate too if he wants to step in it, but it obviously
Yeah.
makes you both very vulnerable.
But I like that hazard. You place it, you back out. You hope
Oh,
he
look at
doesn't
that
pursue
shield
you.
wall. That was
Oh, no.
awesome. Perfect use of the shield wall. Saved himself that last second there.
He almost got killed by that Prowler right there on that melee.
One pip of health for both demons.
And then the hazard's up when he thinks he's safe.
Is he going to pull it off here?
He's in pursuit for sure.
Yeah, this.
And he's trying to use that verticality because
He is.
again,
He can't let those demons hit a heal volume again, too.
and I feel like nobody moves as well as the Slayer, so he has to use that to his advantage at all
Yes.
times. Think about verticality. Think about where he can go.
Definitely, you see here that both demons are being really cautious.
Yeah, and
Playing
this,
defensively.
and the Slayer really, I mean, got to get after it.
Oh, nice. Get
Very
all those
nice shot.
resources.
Yep.
Oh,
That was the move. Yep. So you see that was a perfectly played match. He took them down, both down to 1 pip, chipped away at him,
Down
and then
to
he was
one
able to
shot
take them
each,
both
yep.
out really easily.
That might have even been a good option for that would have been a great finish them both
Yes.
with one shot.
yeah, seriously. Because they were both at no health, basically.
All right, it's 1-1. Who's going to win?
This is it. This is it for the rubber band to
Oh,
nice. Be sweating harder next round.
This is a sweaty. Both these guys are dripping with sweat.
Look at that. I mean,
Are we
those
happy with that?
acrobatics were amazing.
Oh, yeah.
He half
hooked
used
into a monkey bar.
And what you
awesome.
guys are going to do with this is you're going to go in that Discord and you're going to be like the top Slayer looking for the very best demons for the,
I love it.
That's what it's going to be all. That's what happens at the office. And the thing is, you don't mind switching. I mean, it's awesome to play as demons. It's awesome to play as Slayer. Or
You just got bit there by the wolf. You saw that.
Yeah, the Slayer that just such aggressive play right there from the Slayer.
He's landing all of his heavy cannon
Yep,
shots.
and he's chasing the Marauder, even meat hooking off of him to stay close to him.
But while the Slayer went to go replenish his resources, the demon healed, as we saw.
Great shot of a weak point right there. Just taking off the weak point, not worrying about it, just making sure that Arachnotron can't hurt him later.
Exactly. He's doing a lot
That was a
less damage.
perfect ballista shot. Dude, you see that? If he
wall.
would have landed that shot, he would have been dead.
And see that Arachnotron right now doesn't have his cannon back, so
Yeah,
he
'cause
knows
he
he's
took
not
out
a
the
big of a
weak
threat. And then using fodder for resources, it's like 101 Slayer work.
They did not block his loot there, so he was able to get everything back, so they're in a bit of trouble right now. It's a fully loaded Slayer.
Phew. That turret, look at that DPS.
It's amazing.
It had to cool down. It's too much DPS.
When you get a pack of demons like that all in a jumble, you can just pound them.
You saw the Carcass there doing what he does. He blocks the Slayer from glory killing other demons. It makes the decision to leave the Carcass out into the world a tough one.
Yeah.
Because he can really screw you up. He's constantly blocking your path.
I mean, it's almost like having another arc file, like just whenever and however. Because it can be you're even blocking, like you said, you're popping those resources, then all of a sudden there's a shield in front of you.
Yeah.
And you have to deal with it.
Oh, that was awesome.
Perfect timing.
Dude,
And the whole time the Marauder is chipping away at the Slayer. I mean, he's definitely focusing on the Archvile right now. But that Marauder is somewhere, and he's going to... I don't know if it's a good strategy to take out the Archvile first. I think he should go after the Marauder.
But that's the other interesting thing is, like, you saw him right there kind of on his back foot going, damn, I didn't leave enough fodder enemies here to sort of, like, back into. And
Now he's pressuring the Marauder. Landed a good rocket shot there. The Marauder is so elusive.
See, he doesn't even see where the
that was a sick shot.
That really was.
You can see too the Slayer really adjusting to those hazards in the map. When he jumps up there and sees the floor electrified, doing his dash across.
So what's interesting is because the Archvile has the heal volume selected, while he was pressuring the Marauder, the Archvile had a moment to heal. And the Slayer wasn't able to pressure him while he was sitting in his heal volume.
Slayer using the teleporter there, really, really smart.
Yeah.
To kind of get behind the Archvile.
All right,
shield.
they're both low.
If there was no shield there, that was that.
I think he's going to go real aggressive here coming up because he's got them both low in health.
And he's popping more resources for ammo.
He's gearing up for a final push. That's kind of what you do in this. You want to be tactically aggressive, so you want to make sure that when you make the final push at the demons to try to close out the match that you got all the resources that you need. So right now he's just kind of gearing up. You can tell he's got them both low. Although that Archvile's healing right now.
He almost had him, but he ran out of sight, so he only got it so far with
Yeah.
that meat hook. God, that blood punch, though.
I almost would say the Slayer went too far there.
I think he did. I think
really missed an opportunity. That window.
He made a tactical error there because he spent a little. Felix spent a little too much time replenishing his.
Shout out to Felix.
I'm just saying he's got a lot to learn still.
Oh my God!
You know?
I love too though how like when the Archvile dropped that firewall, how he played it both sides because you can walk through it passively no problem. And so you can cat and mouse and just keep blocking back and forth and juking. And again, he's got the teleporter to get the hell out of there.
All right, Felix, what are you going to do here? Come on. Come on, Felix.
What do you got, Felix?
Oh, he took the
just
dog
got
bite.
bit. And that's all of his armor
he got his
and
loot
most of
box.
his health.
So, well-timed loot blocks. Felix is pretty low. Wasn't able to replenish his resources. He's not going to come back from this.
Look at that. Everybody is down to nothing. Literally, that match finished.
Here, pause this.
Yeah.
Pause this right here.
Yeah.
Pause this right here. Okay.
That's insane.
There's a little something at the top of the bar there that I think fans might be sort of interested in. What's that weapon right there?
That is the BFG.
So
Yes.
Yeah.
BFG, in battle mode. There's no way you can be running around with this thing at all times. So
Yeah,
how does
no,
this
you
work?
cannot. But it's good to clean everybody off the board, replenish a ton of resources. But then the demons for a power upgrade can spawn a Baron of Hell, which is like a nightmare.
Yeah.
So it's another kind of 50-50 situation
Yes.
as far as like, so I'm thinking that because you guys have already been playing well, you're not going to maybe do things to pick like more,
Yes.
more health or whatever else. You're going to pick a giant badass to come in. So it's almost like a 3v1 for a second,
Yes.
right?
All right, let's see what happens
And the
here.
BFG is effective against playable demons if you hit them directly. Much less effective.
So the demons that are
For this one.
that are playing right now, they're the two animators, some of our best demon players, Chris Quintero and Peter Ashamal,
Shout out.
against Felix. We love watching them play. Their matches are epic. Felix has really been struggling though, so that's. Oh, sorry. I'm just. I just love. I
Poor
love-
Felix.
I love buzzing his chops. He's so good, and honestly, the feedback that our team.
Peter's head is blown off at this point.
Yes.
He's sitting at his desk like fuming.
Steaming.
The feedback that our team has given us as we've refined the meta and put these final coats of wax on the experience in these last few months has been tremendous.
You can see the damage there of the axe when it blows up. You can stick it in the ground and wait for the Slayer to come by.
For a final match, the Slayer's already down pretty far.
Yeah.
So in the opening moments of this chess match, he definitely lost a couple pawns.
Yeah. It looks like he's almost already on the back foot, and honestly,
He's definitely on the back foot. He's going to need to start chainsawing.
and trapped in this case.
exactly.
Yeah, and they're using flame
It's
wall,
rough.
and
when
they're
you-
blocking his
And they
loot.
blocked his loot.
And when you have him on both sides like that, and they run towards the Marauder, that's a bad idea for
Yes.
the Slayer.
Yes.
'Cause he's got that double barrel to take that close range fight any day. He's even covering these resources right now. He's like,
He
"You're
is.
not going to come here."
So we saw the Slayer wipe the floor with the. Well, I wouldn't say wipe the floor, but he beat him in the last match pretty handedly.
Yeah.
Actually, it was still competitive, but he beat him. What was it? 3-2-1, 3-1. But
Yeah. All
it's
of
a
a
pretty
sudden-
competitive match right now.
I would say almost a tactical error there by the demons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They didn't.
they
They,
totally
didn't
should've.
pursue the
More?
Slayer.
Absolutely.
Because look at
They
look how
really
healthy
had
they
him
are.
on the rope.
Yeah, they
And they're
did.
so healthy.
They're so, and they're letting him replenish his health and get
Yeah,
back into the
it's-
fight.
it's-
They threw down a healing volume. You know, Peter and Chris really dropping the ball here in front of everyone.
But it looks like for a minute they also
Not
lost
going to be
him
allowed
the
back
map.
in the office. I
I
don't
know.
think.
They're going to be like, "You."
Those
now,
two,
battle mode.
those two beat my ass in this game yesterday. So, fuck those.
You got to roast them.
Exactly.
Roast them up.
Breaking some weak points back there, but again, they're playing off him pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
The thing is, if you're overly aggressive and if you're aggressive at the wrong times, you will die.
Right.
You have to know when to be aggressive. You have to make that power run. You have to make sure your health and your resources are up there enough so you could, be effective when you make a run at each other. Oh, that hurt.
That did.
Yeah.
That definitely hurt.
Yeah, but look at
Oh,
the
look, he's
Marauder.
trapped.
Yep.
Oh,
Pushing
dude, but he
so
escapes
hard.
with the teleporter. That was pretty slick. They had him trapped for a second.
That was a good bailout for that.
It would have been a good place for a lake of fire from the.
It would have.
That's
So,
true. If
see
you
the-
popped that before this,
Yeah,
before the
right,
shield,
right,
that'd been
right
huge.
around that teleporter. Lake
Demons.
of Fire is a teleporter. Entrance and exits is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Demons are
100%.
healing. And,
Yeah, they're like full health basically right now.
yeah.
Slayer is in trouble. Oh,
Slayers, yeah.
he's not in trouble. He's
Nice,
dead.
nice match. Well,
Dead.
what happens is the Slayer, he got down early, and he wasn't able to be as aggressive as he wanted to be.
Yep.
So good match.
Good
Those
match.
matches go back and
GGs.
forth. Some of them are crazy in the
Yeah.
office. It's amazing. We chose not to put a cap on the number of times demons can spawn back in because it's kind of like
Or a
putting
time limit, yeah.
Yeah, because it's kind of like putting a time limit on drama.
Yeah.
It's sort of like a tennis match between two great tennis players. Why would you put a limit on how long the volleys and the sets can go for?
It's true.
So we see some matches that are over in a minute in this course of a best of 5. Some of them are over in like 40 seconds,
Yeah.
and other ones that'll go on for like 5 minutes, like you just saw there.
One of the
So-
best things, one of our favorite things is that, you're watching advanced players here, advanced tactics. You're going to jump in, you're probably going to have some learning curve, but,
Oh, yeah.
but that's the best part, right? I mean, it's a game that you get to dive into, you get to invest in, and it rewards you with just an
Absolutely.
unbelievable play
And-
experience, and it's something we're going to support for months and months.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. Long time.
Months and years.
Years.
Months
I mean,
become years eventually.
The,
Shit,
the,
what's
uh,
the-
Right.
And again, it's for everybody. This is not, you're watching two people who've really mastered the meta, so you're seeing a lot of high-end strategies
2 people,
taking place.
not Felix.
3 people.
Felix is just getting.
Felix.
three people mastering it, And clearly they all have more mastery that they have to do because they're struggling.
But that is what's so exciting, I think. I think from the community standpoint, from everybody I've been talking to that was like hugely into 2016 is like, this is a whole new beast. This is a brand new id multiplayer mode. So of course there's going to be, the skill.
You guys got to check this out though. What's coming up?
What do we got? What are we going to show them?
We're going to show you
Sneak peek.
a sneak peek at some of our awesome cosmetics.
You guys want to see some nutty cosmetics? You guys ready?
Yeah, it's awesome.
I said, are you guys ready, Boston? I'm going to address you as the whole city now. Boston? All right. All right.
So yeah, you can just pause actually right
Yeah,
there.
so these are some cosmetics that these players have unlocked, skins and podiums that you can unlock throughout the experience.
So some of these you basically unlock through. Actually, these podiums you unlock through the course of playing the campaign. But the Flame Slayer on the left, the demonic slayer there, you get that in the deluxe edition, and the Doot Revenant there on the right, that costume you get just for pre-ordering the game.
And then we have Zombie Mancubus.
Zombie Mancubus in the middle. Which,
he's part of the Slayers Club.
Part of the Slayers Club. So all you got to do is buy the deluxe edition, pre-order the deluxe edition, and join Slayers Club, and you get those 3 skins right there.
Yeah, it's nuts. So
it's pretty awesome. And then you get to earn those podiums. So just super creative. I mean, like,
you guys must have had so much fun with this stuff.
It is. It's so much fun, and we gotta hand it to the team at the office because we basically talk about doing something like podiums, and then the concept team and the modeling team, like look at what they do just on those podiums. So it's really super fun.
These are what we would call Tier 1 and Tier 2 cosmetics, deluxe edition and special edition cosmetics. And what we're going to show you next by the way, we have taunts and we have different things for photo mode.
Look at the little
stuff
eyeball.
Like that. So let's watch to see how they get shown off here heading into the match so everybody gets to see your stuff.
We're going to play on
You actually get to see a loading screen. We cut these out before.
Yeah. And
You
then
know what? It's all part of it.
And that's even a map that we haven't shown.
Yeah.
We're shipping with 6 maps
Nice.
and 5 playable demons. Each map is a different theme, so
Yes.
tons of variety.
What else is so cool, too, is like, so just for joining the Slayers Club, you
Check
get
this
the
out.
Zombie Slayer, which is totally badass. But in here a second, okay, you guys made, okay, first of all, look at these
Look at
animations.
that.
Yeah, we have so many
Shut
awesome
up.
animations. These are the intro animations. We've got victory taunts. We've got all kinds of stuff. We've got idols on the podium, and you could customize them all.
Look at that. We turned a meme into a skin.
And then you get to see the trumpets.
I mean-
oh my goodness.
In first person, even.
The trumpets of Valhalla right now
Yes.
from the internet. Like, you guys made, dude.
We
Yeah.
did.
It was you in 2016. Like, it was Alex's art, and they were like, look at that Revenant back there. It almost
Yes.
looks like he's playing the trumpet, just 2 trumpets instead of rocket launchers.
We're just trying to make people happy.
Yep.
So, like, again, just such a love letter to the community. Like, this Doot Revenant, if you haven't already, the pre-order, you just get it as soon as you get into the game. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
How could you not?
So you ain't seen nothing yet, though. That was only the first tier of 3 tiers of cosmetics. Now
Appetizer.
Now we're going to show you what we call a Master Collection level cosmetic, and that is where the player gets a full 3D model makeover. So not just like a texture swap. This is a full new asset with a podium that is built to
complement it,
complement that new skin, that new cosmetic. So check this out. So you'll see on the right, how do you pause that? Go back a little bit. So on the right, that is what we call the hipster archvile. And the hipster archvile, as you see, he's on his cell phone,
Of course.
waiting for the match to start. That's his custom idol animation. Each Master Collection comes with custom things. We're going to go into this in a much deeper dive in a developer
Yeah, we
video
got a
coming
dev
out.
diary that we're going to talk
So-
about a lot of the customization stuff, how you earn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll explain a little bit more of that, but we just wanted to give you guys a taste of what's to come, so just check this out. Look at his idol. And then you'll get to see his custom intro animation.
He's even wearing his Doom T-shirt.
He is.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. So he's a cool hipster archvile.
He is.
I feel like you guys got a couple of tats, and what do you always say that you find him in the back of the cafe, sort of writing that script?
Yeah, he's got his
Well,
own coffee shop.
You'll see, yeah. Like so if you'll notice, he's got rotating laptops on his podium.
Oh, wow.
Because he sits in the coffee
Let it
shop.
play to the intro.
Yeah,
there.
he sits in his coffee shop and he works on his screenplay, which he will never actually finish. Come on, let's be honest.
Just like all good hipsters.
That's right.
I mean, that's what you do. You just got to work on it.
So we've got that awesome one. This guy, his intro animation is so awesome. We're so proud of this.
I love that. I mean, the guts are already just.
Look at this. He's drinking coffee.
and he's got a mustache.
That's right. He has
Yes.
a mustache.
And sunglasses.
He's got sleeve tattoos.
Sleeve
I mean,
tattoos.
come on. He's got
I'm not sure how it's all flame retardant, but you guys figured it out. It did. You figured out how to do it.
Yeah, we've got to really create it. Like when we put the challenge to the concept
Here,
artists,
go back to that. I'd love to.
they've come up
intro
with
part?
some just amazing things. Like I can't wait to just go, event after event again. These are all going to be just they're like a season. People are used to seasons, but they're all free. You just get to
Sure.
enjoy it.
Can we see
unlock
the
that
last
stuff.
part of that animation again? Just to take a closer look at it.
I think the video might be over.
Okay.
No more
That's good.
hipster art show. There he is.
Well,
There he is.
Yeah, we'll just let it
Alright.
play, but at the very end there, you get to see his
I mean, he's drinking from
Fast
hell's
his
forward.
cup.
hilarious animation. All right. I'm going to pause it
Awesome
right
work
here.
by the video team.
Look
by
at
the
that,
way.
dude.
Thank you so much.
How funny is
Appreciate you
that?
guys.
Look at his little story. There's so many inside jokes.
Is
here.
that what I think it is?
That is a tricycle.
No,
Yeah.
But there's only one.
The
That's
unicycle.
I'm sorry,
The
unicycle.
With the damn Duke
Unicycle.
logo as the part of the pegs.
He's got his own coffee shop, and again, those are floating laptops. He's working on his script
I like the
his
community
memoirs.
box, too.
At Hell's Cup.
at Hell's Cup.
Yeah.
TM. Don't stop.
Yeah, and that's just one of all kinds of master collections.
Yeah.
So deeper dive later on, but really proud of it.
Yeah.
Lots of fun.
So, guys, thank you guys so much for experiencing Battle Mode with us today.
Thank
We're
you.
so excited for you guys to get your hands on it March 20th. And stick around. We got a lot more today, including some Celtics that might just try to, get you in shape for basketball, get you in the NBA.
Yes.
Think about
Good
that.
luck with that.
He's like, I'm going pro.
Yes.
Going pro.
We
Thank
can't
you
wait
guys.
wait to see what you guys do with Battle Mode, though. It's very competitive, and we know that you go out there and stream it. It's going to be awesome. We can't
Yeah.
wait to see what you guys do with it.
Again, thank you guys. The guitar right now on Twitter @Doom. You can go ahead and just basically like and retweet. Make sure you're following for a chance to win it. I think the people here might even have a chance to win it very, very soon, like in 5
Amazing.
minutes or so.
Look at that.
Marty's going to play solos, just sort of swoon us all.
Can't play the guitar,
Well,
but it looks awesome. I probably look cooler just holding it.
I mean, it's already working. It's working. Charisma points.
That is awesome.
It is
I know.
amazing.
It is really badass. You got that key art 3 on there. You got, again, Alex, just gorgeous art.
Yep. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Gorgeous art. Okay. Thank you, everybody online. We'll see you guys on the slayersclub.com. Until launch, let's go Doom Eternal March 20th. Thank you guys very much.
21 days.
Thank you.
Thank you.